নমস্কাৰ ভাৰতীয় ন্যায় সংহিতাৰ প্ৰথমটি ভিডিঅ'ৰ বাবে মই মোৰ ইউটিউব চেনেল নলেজ দিছ পাৱৰলৈ আপোনালোক সকলোকে স্বাগতম জনাইছোঁ। ভাৰতীয় ন্যায় সংহিতা 2023 is the new criminal code for India that replaces the existing Indian Penal Code 1860. Indian Penal Code 1860 চনতে এনেক্ট কৰা হৈছিলে আৰু ইয়াৰ 163 ইয়াৰ্ছৰ পিছত BNS অৰ্থাৎ ভাৰতীয় ন্যায় সংহিতাক এনেক্ট কৰা হৈছে পাৰ্লিয়ামেণ্টৰ দ্বাৰা। Now, basically, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita is the criminal code which basically defines various offenses, বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ অফেন্সকে ডিফাইন কৰিছে আৰু লগতে এই বিভিন্ন ধৰণৰ অফেন্সৰ কাৰণে কেনেকুৱা ধৰণৰ পানিছমেণ্ট হ'ব পাৰে এই সকলোবোৰ কথা ভাৰতীয় ন্যায় সংহিতাত ডিফাইন কৰা হৈছে আৰু সেই কাৰণে ভাৰতীয় ন্যায় সংহিতা এখন সাবষ্টেন্টিটিভ ল হয়। It is not a procedural law. অৰ্থাৎ substantive law কাক কয়? Substantive law are those law which defines the offenses or provide the punishment for the offenses. On the other hand, BNS অৰ্থাৎ ভাৰতীয় নাগৰিক সুৰক্ষা সংহিতা it is the procedural law. কিয়? কাৰণ BNS কোৰ্টত প্ৰচিডিউৰ কেনেকুৱা হ'ব সেইটোহে ডিফাইন কৰিছে। On the other hand, ভাৰতীয় ন্যায় সংহিতা has defined various offenses and their punishment, and that's why ভাৰতীয় ন্যায় সংহিতা is the substantive law. It is not a procedural law. Now, BNS has how many sections? BNS has total 358 sections. It is very easy to remember 3 plus 5 equal to 8. Okay, so we can remember in that way. So BNS has total 358 sections, whereas IPS had how many sections? IPS had 511 sections. But মনত ৰাখিব IPCৰ বহুখিনি definition directly sectionত mention কৰা আছে। For example, section 8 deals with gender, section 9 deals with number, section 10 deals with men and women. কিন্তু আপোনালোকে যদি BNSত চাই all definitions are given under section 2. section 2ৰ আণ্ডাৰতে গোটেইবোৰ definition দিয়া হৈছে। section 2ৰ আণ্ডাৰত total 39টা subsection আছে আৰু এই 39 sectionতে gender, number, men and women all were defined. Okay. Now, if you look at the history of passing of BNS, then first of all, on 11 August 2023, Amit Shah, the Minister of Home Affairs, introduced the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita bill in the Lok Sabha. Now, before becoming an act, konoba ekhon act hoar agote, it will be called as the bill. যেতিয়ালৈকে bill এখন both the houses pass নহয় আৰু তাৰ পিছত প্ৰেসিডেন্টৰ এসেন্ট নাপায় তেতিয়ালৈকে ইয়াক bill বুলি কোৱা হয়। Bill we have various kind of bill. One of its kind is ordinary bill, one is the money bill, and last one is the constitutional amendment bill. Okay, so Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita bill is the ordinary bill. Okay, it is not a money bill or it is not a constitutional amendment bill as well. It is the ordinary bill. An ordinary bill can be introduced in either of the house. That means we all know that parliament has total 2 houses. One is the house of the people, that means Lok Sabha, and one is the Council of the State, that means the Rajya Sabha. Ordinary bill can be introduced in either of the house. That means Rajya Sabha to yak introduce koribo pare, Lok Sabha to yak introduce koribo pare. Aru Amit Shah, Minister of the Home Affairs, had introduced Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita bill in Lok Sabha, not in the Rajya Sabha. For the first time he has introduced it in the Lok Sabha, and after that when it has been passed in Lok Sabha, it was then introduced in Rajya Sabha. Because the first bill had some kind of the problem, it was withdrawn. Okay, when it was withdrawn on 12 December 2023. Okay, and on the same day the Bharatiya Nyaya second Sanhita bill 2023 was introduced again in Lok Sabha. Okay, and then on 20th December 2023 the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita bill was passed in Lok Sabha, and after one day, that means on 21st December 2023, Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita bill was passed in Rajya Sabha as well. Then on 25th December, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita received the assent of the President of India. Now, ইয়াতে আপোনাৰ কাৰণে মনত ৰাখিবলগীয়া দুটা ডেটে হয় one is 11th August 2023 when for the first time Amit Shah introduced this bill and the second important date is 25th December 2023 okay because on this date Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita received the assent of the president and it officially became the act. And it is so easy to remember 25th December because 25th December is our Christmas day, okay? So on Christmas day of 2023, the Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita Bill 2023 received the assent of the President of India. Now, what are the new changes introduced by the BNS? This is the very important question, okay? Bahut itu question repeated ahe je BNS e Indian Penal Code or pora kenikwa dhoroner new provision introduce korise aru tar karone moi eta separate video loi ahim kintu iyat apunaloke monot rakhibo pare je BNS notunkoi 20 new offenses have been added, then 19 provision in the repeal IPC have been dropped. 19 provision in the repealed IPC means what? IPC t monot rakhibo kisuman enikwa section ase, for example section 15 section 16 of IPC both were repealed, okay? Repeal hoi goise kintu still IPC t section 15 and 16 to mention ase aru kahot lihi thua ase it has been repealed. So such kind of the section have been dropped by BNS, obviously drop koribo karon repeal hua section kini punorai aru notun ekhon act introduce kora nohoy. Then the punishment of the imprisonment has been increased for 33 offenses, okay? Kisuman enikwa 1860 jikhon IPC amar pass kora hoisile tat kisuman punishment bahut kom mention kora asile aru sei karone punishment of the imprisonment has been increased for 33 offenses. And fine have been increased for 83 offenses. No doubt 1860 যদি কৰবাত ফাইন 100 rupees মেনশন কৰা আছে আৰু আজিৰ ডেটত অৰ্থাৎ 2025 যদি ফাইন 100 rupees লোৱা হৈছে that means ইয়াৰ 1860 100 rupees ভ্যালু আৰু 2025 100 rupees ভ্যালুৰ মাজত কোনো ধৰণৰ ইয়াৰ কম্পেৰিজন নহয় আৰু সেই কাৰণে বহু ক্ষেত্ৰত ফাইনটো ইয়াক ইনক্ৰিজ কৰা হৈ গৈছে লগতে a mandatory minimum punishment has been introduced for 23 offenses. A sentence of community service has been introduced for 6 offenses, okay? Sentence of community service ei bostutu notunko introduce kora hoise. Such kind of the sentences has been introduced for the first time in BNS. Aru community service or concept to western countries boro dekhiboloke poa jay amar India for the first time introduce kora hoise community service in BNS. Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita for the first time community service to introduce kora hoise. Now Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita already I have mentioned that it has total 358 section and how many chapter it has total 20 chapter, okay? There are some important chapter directly question ahibo pare je punishment is in which chapter, offenses against the state has been mentioned under which chapter. So there are some important chapter and there are some important section as well jar par directly question ahibo pare je which section basically talks about waging war against the government of India, okay? Ami ehipor discussion korim. So eya asile Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhitar prothomti part. Azir video ami just introduction to discussion korisu Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhitar aru iyar pisot ami start korim preliminary to Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita section 1 as well as section 2. Video tir hekhot apunaloko eta question agbarabo bisarisu. Which section of BNS defines the term gender to include transgender individuals, okay? So IPC gender to define kora hoisile section 8, okay? Section 8 of IPC define the term gender kintu section 8 ot je gender word to asile tat okol male and female word to he mention kora hoisile. So male plus female plus transgender word to include kora hoise gender definition under BNS. You have to say which section basically define the term gender. Moi bhabu lore knowledge thokatu hokolobor bektire right to educationor underot pore orthat ami hokoloe law janibo lage what is our fundamental rights, what is our fundamental duties, হোৱাট ইজ দ্য ডাইৰেক্টিভ প্ৰিন্সিপল অফ ষ্টেট পলিচি আমি অন্তত লৰ বেছিক নলেজখিনি আমি জানিব লাগে যেতিয়া পুলিচে আমাক এৰেষ্ট কৰিবলৈকে আহে তেতিয়াহ'লে আমাৰ মিনিমাম ৰাইটছ কি আছে আমাৰ ফাণ্ডামেণ্টেল ৰাইটছ কি আছে এগেইনষ্ট দ্য এৰেষ্ট আমি এই সকলোবোৰ জনাৰ প্ৰয়োজনীয়তা আছে আৰু সেইকাৰণে অসমীয়া ভাষাত হয়তো লৰ ওপৰত ইউটিউব ভিডিঅ' তেনেকৈ নাই আৰু সেইকাৰণে মই মোৰ ইউটিউব চেনেলৰ জৰিয়তে কিছুমান লৰ ওপৰত মই ভিডিঅ' বনাবলৈকে প্ৰয়াস কৰিছোঁ যিহেতু প্ৰথমবাৰৰ কাৰণে ইয়াত ষ্টাৰ্ট কৰা গৈছে ইয়াত বহুতো ভুল ভ্ৰান্তি থাকিব পাৰে আৰু সেইবোৰ ভুল ভ্ৰান্তিৰ কাৰণে মই আপোনালোকৰ ওচৰত ক্ষমা প্ৰাৰ্থী আৰু ভিডিঅ'বোৰ যদি আপোনালোকে ভাল পায় তেতিয়াহ'লে লাইক কৰিব কমেণ্ট কৰিব আৰু ভিডিঅ'টো আপোনালোকৰ ফ্ৰেণ্ড ৰিলেটিভছৰ লগত শ্বেয়াৰ কৰিব ধন্যবাদ জয় আই অসম